Today we're going to be talking about some simple car repairs that you can do at home and best of all, save yourself a ton of money. But guess what? You're smarter than that. You're going to learn how to do it yourself, and you're going to save big bucks in the process. We've got a bunch of easy fixes lined up for you, so buckle up. Let's get started. Alright guys, let's kick things off with a super common problem that almost everyone will face at some point, a flat tire. First things first, make sure you're parked on a safe, level surface, away from traffic. Safety is key, people. Next, grab your trusty jack, lug wrench, and your spare tire. Now before you even think about jacking the car up, find a good spot on the frame rail near the flat tire and loosen the lug nuts. Remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. With the lug nuts loosened, you can now jack up the car until the tire is about 6 inches off the ground. Once it's up, remove the lug nuts completely and carefully take off the flat tire. Now, line up the spare tire with the lug bolts and lift it onto the hub. Once it's on, hand tighten the lug nuts as much as you can. Lower the car slowly until the spare tire is touching the ground, but don't put all the weight on it just yet. Now use your lug wrench to tighten the lug nuts as much as you can. Remember to tighten them in a star pattern. With the spare tire securely fastened, you can lower the car completely. Alright, let's move on to another super simple fix that can save you a few bucks, replacing your windshield wipers. First, you'll need to figure out what size wiper blades you need. You can find this information in your owner's manual or by looking it up online. Once you have the right size, head to your local auto parts store and pick up a new set. Now let's get those old wipers off. Lift the wiper arm away from the windshield. You'll see a little tab or button on the underside of the wiper arm where it connects to the blade. Press that tab or button and slide the old wiper blade off the arm. Take your new wiper blade and line it up with the arm. Slide it on until you hear it click into place. Give it a little tug to make sure it's secure. Now let's step it up a notch and talk about something a little bit messier but still totally doable. Changing your engine oil. This is a task that might seem intimidating at first, but with a bit of guidance you'll find it's quite manageable and can save you a significant amount of money in the long run. First things first, gather your supplies. Having everything you need on hand before you start will make the process smoother and more efficient. You'll need a new oil filter, which is essential for keeping your engine running smoothly. The correct type and amount of oil for your car. Check your owner's manual to ensure you get the right specifications. Using the wrong oil can cause serious damage to your engine. A wrench to remove the drain plug is crucial. Make sure it's the right size to avoid stripping the bolt. A socket wrench to remove the oil filter. This tool will give you the leverage you need to loosen the filter without much effort. A drain pan to catch the old oil. This will help you avoid a messy cleanup and is essential for proper disposal of the used oil. And some rags for cleanup. Oil can get everywhere, so having rags handy will make the process much cleaner. Warm up your engine for a few minutes to help the oil flow more easily. This step ensures that the oil drains out completely, taking any contaminants with it. Then, find a safe, level place to work and jack up the front of your car. Make sure the car is stable before you get underneath it. Make sure to use jack stands for safety. Never rely solely on a jack, as it can fail and cause serious injury. Locate the oil drain plug on the underside of your engine. It's usually easy to spot, but consult your manual if you're unsure. It's usually a large bolt on the oil pan. This is where the old oil will drain out from. Place your drain pan under the drain plug. Position it well to catch all the oil. Carefully loosen the drain plug with your wrench, turning it counterclockwise. Be prepared for the oil to start flowing out quickly. Remember, the oil will be hot, so be careful. Wearing gloves can help protect your hands from burns. Let the old oil drain completely into the pan. This might take a few minutes, so be patient. While the oil is draining, locate the oil filter. It's usually a cylindrical canister near the engine. If you're having trouble finding it, refer to your owner's manual. Use your socket wrench to loosen the oil filter and carefully unscrew it by hand. Be gentle to avoid spilling oil. Be careful, there might be some oil in the filter, so have a rag handy. This will help you manage any drips. Clean the oil filter mounting surface on the engine with a rag. This ensures a good seal for the new filter. Apply a thin coat of fresh oil to the gasket of the new oil filter. This helps it seal better and makes it easier to remove next time. Screw on the new oil filter by hand until it's snug. Don't over-tighten it. Over-tightening can damage the gasket and cause leaks. Once the old oil has finished draining, reinstall the drain plug and tighten it securely with your wrench. Make sure it's tight enough to prevent leaks but not so tight that you strip the threads. Lower your car back down. Do this slowly and carefully to ensure the car is stable. Now it's time to add the new oil. This is the final step in the process. Remove the oil filler cap, usually located on top of the engine, and carefully pour in the correct amount of oil. Use a funnel to avoid spills. Check your owner's manual for the specific amount. Overfilling can be just as harmful as underfilling. Once you've added the new oil, replace the oil filler cap. Make sure it's secure to prevent any leaks. Start your engine and let it run for a minute to circulate the new oil. This helps to ensure that everything is lubricated properly. Check for any leaks around the drain plug and oil filter. If you see any, tighten the components as needed. Turn off the engine and wait a few minutes for the oil to settle. This will give you an accurate reading when you check the oil level. Check your oil level using the dipstick. Make sure the oil level is within the recommended range. Add more oil if needed. It's better to add a little at a time and recheck than to overfill. And there you have it. You've successfully changed your engine oil, saving money and impressing your friends with your newfound automotive skills. Now, let's move on to a preventive maintenance tip that can save you a lot of headaches and costly repairs down the road. Checking and replacing your air filters. This simple task can significantly improve your car's performance and longevity. There are usually two air filters you need to worry about, the engine air filter and the cabin air filter. Each plays a crucial role in keeping your car running smoothly and ensuring a comfortable ride. Don't worry, both are super easy to check and replace. Even if you're not a car expert, you can handle this with just a few basic tools. Let's start with the engine air filter. This filter is essential for keeping dirt and debris out of your engine, which helps maintain optimal performance. Locate the air filter housing. It's usually found in the engine compartment, and it's not hard to spot once you know what you're looking for. It's usually a black plastic box near the engine with a large hose connected to it. This hose is part of the air intake system. Open the air filter housing. This might require a bit of effort, but it's straightforward. It's usually held closed by clips or screws. Make sure to keep these safe as you'll need them to secure the new filter. Carefully remove the old air filter. Be gentle to avoid any damage to the housing or surrounding components. Take note of which way it's facing. This is important for ensuring the new filter is installed correctly. Inspect the old air filter. Look for signs of dirt, dust, and debris. A clogged filter can severely impact your engine's performance. If it's dirty or clogged, it's time for a new one. A clean air filter ensures your engine gets the air it needs to run efficiently. Insert the new air filter, making sure it's facing the correct direction. This step is crucial for proper airflow. Close the air filter housing and secure the clips or screws. Double check to ensure everything is tightly fastened. Now let's move on to the cabin air filter. This filter is responsible for the air quality inside your car. The cabin air filter is usually located behind the glove box or under the dashboard. It filters the air that comes through your car's HVAC system. Consult your owner's manual for the exact location. Each car model can be a bit different, so it's best to check. Open the cabin air filter housing. This might be a bit tricky, depending on your car's design. It's usually held closed by clips or screws. Again, keep these safe for reassembly. Carefully remove the old cabin air filter. Be mindful of any dust or debris that might fall out. Take note of which way it's facing. Proper orientation is key for effective filtration. Inspect the old cabin air filter. If it looks dirty or clogged, it's definitely time for a replacement. If it's dirty or clogged, it's time for a new one. A clean cabin air filter ensures you and your passengers breathe clean air. Insert the new cabin air filter, making sure it's facing the correct direction. This ensures optimal air quality inside your car. Close the cabin air filter housing and secure the clips or screws. Make sure everything is properly sealed. And that's it. You've successfully checked and replaced your air filters. Regular maintenance like this keeps your car running smoothly and ensures a pleasant driving experience. Alright guys, for our final fix we're stepping it up another notch with a slightly more advanced repair, replacing your brake pads. This is a crucial maintenance task that ensures your vehicle's safety and performance. Now, before you freak out, let me assure you that this is still totally doable at home, even if you're not a seasoned mechanic. With a bit of patience and attention to detail, you can handle this like a pro. Just take your time, follow the steps, and you'll be fine. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. Plus, think of all the money you'll save. Professional brake pad replacement can be quite expensive, but doing it yourself can save you a significant amount. First things first, gather your supplies. Having everything you need on hand will make the process smoother and more efficient. You'll need a new set of brake pads for your car. Make sure to get the correct ones for your make and model. Double-checking this can save you a lot of hassle later on. A C-clamp or brake piston compressor which will help you push the brake pistons back into their bores. A lug wrench, a jack stands to safely lift and support your vehicle while you work. A socket wrench with the appropriate sockets and some brake cleaner to ensure everything is clean and functioning properly. Safety first. Always work on one wheel at a time and make sure your car is parked on a level surface. This will prevent any accidents and keep you safe. Loosen the lug nuts on the wheel you'll be working on. This will make it easier to remove the wheel once the car is lifted. Don't remove them completely yet. Just get them loose enough so you can take them off easily once the car is jacked up. Jack up the car and secure it safely on jack stands. Make sure the car is stable before you start working on it. Remove the lug nuts and the wheel. Set the wheel aside in a safe place. Now you should have a clear view of the brake caliper and rotor. These are the components you'll be working on. Locate the caliper slider pins. These are crucial for holding the caliper in place. These are usually located on the back of the caliper and hold the caliper in place. Identifying them correctly is key to the next steps. Use a wrench or socket to loosen and remove the caliper slider pins. This will allow you to take the caliper off. Carefully pull the caliper off the rotor. Handle it gently to avoid any damage. Be careful not to damage the brake hose. This is a critical component, and any damage could lead to brake failure. Support the caliper with a bungee cord or wire hanger so it doesn't hang from the brake hose. This will prevent any strain on the hose. Remove the old brake pads from the caliper bracket. They should come out easily once the caliper is off. They might be held in place by clips or pins. Make sure to note how they are secured so you can install the new ones correctly. Clean the caliper bracket and caliper pistons with brake cleaner. This will ensure that the new pads fit properly and function well. Now it's time to compress the caliper pistons. This step is crucial for making room for the new brake pads. Use a C-clamp or brake piston compressor to carefully push the pistons back into their bores. Take your time to do this slowly and evenly. This will make room for the new, thicker brake pads. You can see the difference in thickness between the old and new pads. Install the new brake pads into the caliper bracket. Make sure they are oriented correctly and fit snugly. Make sure they are seated correctly. Improperly seated pads can cause uneven wear and reduce braking efficiency. Reinstall the caliper over the new brake pads. Align it carefully to avoid any misalignment. Thread the caliper slider pins back in and tighten them to the proper torque specification. This ensures the caliper is securely in place. Consult your repair manual for the correct torque specs. This step is crucial for ensuring everything is tightened correctly. Reinstall the wheel and hand tighten the lug nuts. This will keep the wheel in place until you can fully tighten them. Lower the car off the jack stands. Do this slowly to ensure the car is stable as it comes down. Torque the lug nuts to the proper specification. This final step ensures your wheel is securely attached and ready for the road. Alright guys, that's a wrap on today's episode. I hope you learned a ton about these simple car repairs that you can easily do at home. Remember, you don't need to be a mechanic to keep your car running smoothly and save yourself a ton of money. If you found these tips helpful, give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more awesome DIY car repair content. Got any questions or specific car repairs you'd like me to cover in future videos? Drop them in the comments below, and remember, if I can do it, you can do it too. Keep on wrenching, and I'll see you in the next one.